Hi everyone, this is Mr. Clemens, and today we're going to be talking about clauses. All clauses contain a subject and a predicate, regardless of the kind of clause. And really, today we're just going to be talking about two types of clauses, independent and subordinate. So, starting with independent clauses. Okay, an independent clause has a subject and a verb and can stand alone as a sentence. And this here is really the distinguishing feature of an independent clause. The idea that it can be its own sentence. So, for example, Tom likes chocolate ice cream. Okay, here's our example. In this example, we have our subject, Tom, we have our predicate, likes, and the sentence makes sense. Someone can say this to you, Tom likes chocolate ice cream, and it's kind of like, okay, good to know. It functions as a complete thought, making it an independent clause. Side note, commands also function as independent clauses. So, go to bed is an independent clause, and this is the kind of thing that trips people up a little bit with commands. They look at this example and they think, okay, well, all right, I see the predicate, go, but where's the subject? With all commands, the subject is always implied, and it's always implied that the subject is you. Okay, so when I say go to bed, I'm really saying you go to bed. Or if I say sit down or pass me the chips or whatever, any command, the implied subject is always you. So you go to bed, subject, predicate, makes sense on its own. It's an independent clause. Okay, subordinate clauses, otherwise known as dependent clauses, still have, a subordinate clause still has a subject and a verb, but it cannot stand alone as a complete sentence, or in other words, it's not a complete thought. And the reason for this is because of subordinating conjunctions. Okay, so a subordinate clause always starts with a subordinating word or a subordinating conjunction, such as before, because, although, since, as, when, yada yada yada, etc. So here's our example, and we're going to use the same one that we did with independent clauses. If we say, or if we tack on a because when we say Tom likes chocolate ice cream, completely changes the clause. We still have our subject, Tom. We still have our predicate, likes, and the rest of the sentence is the same. But now, when we start it with because, it makes it so this can't be a complete thought. If I say, because Tom likes chocolate ice cream, I can't just end there, because the person I'm talking to will be like, yes, because Tom likes chocolate ice cream, what? Okay, it doesn't make sense by itself now. What we need is an independent clause to finish this. Okay, all subordinating clauses need an independent clause to finish them. That's why they're called subordinate. They're subordinate to the independent clause. So we fix this by doing this. Okay, because Tom likes chocolate ice cream, his pants are fitting a bit snug. Okay, so subordinate clause up here, and then we add on this independent clause to make it make sense, to finish the thought. Okay, so his pants are fitting a bit snug, independent clause. Pants is the subject, are fitting is the predicate, and it makes sense on its own. If we just say his pants are fitting a bit snug, complete thought, works as a sentence. So overall, I hope that makes sense. That's the basic difference, or those are the basic differences between independent and subordinate clauses. Okay, thanks for watching.